at the lotus feet of our loving Lord Sai. The Sai that never lost us, Sai is always with us, even sometimes that we may forget during challenging times. Respected elders, brothers, sisters here, it's by Swami's will and grace that we are assembled here today to welcome Solita from Malaysia, Brother Jaga's wife and Brother Jegathesan, who is a friend, who is a brother South Lenasia of South Africa for the last 20 years. In the early days that when South African democracy was ordained in South Africa, and Brother Jaga was one of the first international Sai leaders to visit our shores, and he's been an inspiration to us ever since then. And even during our tours to Malaysia, he ensured that we were exposed to all the activities that we undertook and inspired us in our journey here now. Brother Jaga is an economist by profession. He's a multi-graduate from Malaysia. He's economist in the world consultant. Is here on a conference facility which he will tell you today. He has been the active work on the ground, always leading by example, and that has been inspirational for Malaysia and international fraternity. He's been the President of Central Council of Malaysia. He's been the National Central Coordinator of Lenasia. He's been the International Youth Convener, and convened many conferences in Prashant and Miriam, which all are very experienced. And he's here today to share a journey, which I think every one of us would like to hear, to listen. The Shiva of Swami, the love of Krishna, the righteousness of Rama is embodied inside. And I now present you with Brother Jegathesan of Malaysia.
You can do better than that. Very half-hearted Saira. Saira! Saira! Thank you. Dear brothers and sisters, I thought I'd come to Lenasia before, but first time I'm seeing this particular building. I remember going to school the last time. So this is my third session I'm having in Joburg. Third Sai session. I got two other official sessions day before and the day before that. The reason why I came to Joburg is because I'm invited to speak at an Asia-Africa Economic Forum on how Africa can learn lessons from the economic success of Malaysia. I was actually with the Malaysian government, and we were way back in 1969-70, much worse off than many African countries. But 1970-1980, we transformed our country to become one of the leading economic giants of Asia, although we know the Malaysian success story. I was part of the team that transformed Malaysia, economic team. And today I'm sharing the experience with many countries so your people asked me to come and we made two presentations. So while I was here, then at the same time I contacted my brother Doctor, and I said, look, if we are here, we want to go for two things, both start with S. Okay? One is satsang, one safari. So they arranged both. So tomorrow we'll be on safari. So this particular session, now if I stand here, I just want to make sure that all of you can see. If I stand here, can you all see the screen? Because a lot of what I'm going to show is on the screen. Can you all see the screen clearly? If you cannot see the screen clearly, I can do to either move the screens, move myself, or you all move yourself to see the screen.
You can move forward, please.
You can, okay. You move the chairs from me. I'll leave it here. The important thing is you must be able to see the screen. And I've asked when I was emailing them seriously back and forth, Reggie and Borderland, Borderland, know the names until I met them here. Until we met them here. And I suggested a number of topics that can talk about. About 7. In fact, I could talk about 10 or 15 very, very good topics, but I set a few because it's really. And then the selection we said was the first session we had in what was the place? Kensington was on the miracle of sight devotion. Okay, devotees do miracles. Okay. The second session we had yesterday in Victoria was on the Vedas. Everybody is chanting, Vedas. But what is the meaning of the Vedas? No one knows what they're chanting, you see. And what are the knowledge in the Vedas? And actually, unfortunately, we just have touched a fraction of the topics I had to share on the Vedas. And today, I'm going to share with you perhaps what I consider the most important topic I've talked about in my life. And that's a lot of topics I've talked about around the world. Okay? This is now what is the legacy of the Satyasai Avatar after the Mahasamadhi. So this is a very critical topic. And this is, in fact, the rest of my life is to dedicate to this particular vision. You'll see how the Swami has blessed. I want to, in fact, much of what you're going to see, actually, my wife has done all the slides today. So I want to thank her for that. I want to ask her to do one thing while I'm standing here also. I brought some stuff here. Oh my God. How did we carry this without accident? So before we start, let's see some instruments here. And there are tabla player, I heard some drum player. Nobody can play tabla. So while we're doing that, let me just all join the bhajan. And this bhajan is attached to Lord Lenasia. I need him to help me to remove all obstacles between me and you. Many of you know, many may know that since I became involved with Swami, songs started coming to me. More than about 1,300 songs have come and we recorded many of the songs and in English and Indian language and Tamil. But about a few years ago, I underwent a triple heart bypass. Somehow I survived that, okay, as you can see. And the first song that came after that bypass was this Ganesha song. Okay? So I think I will share that with you. Can I ask you, how many of you were there for the Kensington session? Okay. How many of you were there for the other one, that Victoria session? Victoria. Okay. How many of you have heard me speak before? How many have not heard me speak before? Okay, it's all right. 3 ohms. Before I proceed further, I'd like to introduce you to someone I knew way back in 1990 when I was in Zimbabwe for 4 months. An incredible group of team of youngsters. 1990 means how many years ago now? 20 years ago. Now they don't look so young, but they were very young those days. And brilliant singers who would, I'll tell you, it's unusual because I've never seen a group like this in Bulawayo. Every evening, these 5, 6 of them will get together and they will form a circle. No alternating. And they'll just sit on harmonium, tabla, and they'll sing, you know. I've never seen anything like this in my life, okay? And one of them is here. His brother here who's now migrated here, he and his wife there, Sairam. Please use him. Enormous talent, okay? The wife is here, Amma. They have now migrated here, thank you very much. Swami. So I just want to share with you. That's why I said if anyone got a drama, tabla, harmonium, this guy is fantastic also. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, use him. Don't waste his talent. Do anyone know that you can play all these things? You're keeping it secret, okay. Dear devotees, as I mentioned yesterday or the other day also, we are now in a new phase of Swami's vision, where all of us have, when I came here last, as I mentioned, that Swami was, there was Avatar was walking this earth. But now, we are now in a phase, what I call, in the same way we have AD after Christ and BC before Christ. We are now in a phase I call 1 AM, 1 year after Mahasamadhi. This 1 AM. And now actually what is it? It's the most significant, it's the dawn of a new era. No more can we cling to Swami's rope. This question began to bother me tremendously in Malaysia 3-4 years. Swami, when by 2020, in the years to come, what should the world know you for? What should the world know the Avatar for? Is it for the water project in India? Is it his world legacy? Is it the 2 hospitals in India? Is it the 2 universities in India? What should be a world legacy? And this used to haunt me, this question. What should the world in awe thank the Avatar for? And then once day it dawned on me, and I wrote an entire document. It's called The Legacy. And in September 10th, 2010, hardly 6 months, about 6 months before Mahasamadhi, in the veranda in Puttaparthi, I presented the document on his lap. And subsequently I reprinted, this is the cover of the document. It's called Satyasa Avatar, His Legacy. The role of Sai devotee is helping to fulfill his vision and mission. An action agenda and offering at his lotus feet. I placed in Swami's lap and I went briefing him about this. Okay, it was an incredible session because everyone was sitting, listening. Swami was sat there for a long time. I mean, I was talking to him and my voice was getting louder and louder. And so I'll tell you what the content of it was. Now, as the songs started coming to me once, then of course when Swami's Mahasamadhi came, everybody was shaken up. But I could not stand and cry and moan. I just could not afford to do that. Because there were hundreds of devotees, you know, all wanting some guidance and advice. So I had to stand very strong in front of them, all of them, and we had a massive 2,000 people came on 1 month after Mahasamadhi, and we had a big session to explain what has happened, why it happened, how we move the way forward, all that. And at that time, this song came to me, which I share with you now. Where is he now? Swami, where are you? The other day I sang this song, and wherever I go now, it's a song I sing. How can I love you more, dear Sai?
How can I love you more, dear Sai?
Than I have loved you before. Than I have loved you before. How can I love you more, dear Sai?
How can I love you more, dear Sai?
are no more. Now they say you are no more. In the breeze I will feel your gentle touch. In the breeze I will feel your gentle touch. In the stars your twinkling eyes. In the stars your twinkling eyes. In the moon I will see your gentle face. In the moon I will see your gentle face. In the sun your beaming smile. In the sun your beaming smile. How can I love you more, dear son, than I have loved you before? How can I love you more, dear son? Now they say you are no more. When will I see your smiling face? When will I see your smiling face? We have seen before, and we have seen before. We will see your smiling face, my Lord. We will see your smiling face, my Lord. I will see your smiling face, my Lord. I will see your smiling face, my Lord. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. How can I love you more, dear son, than I have loved you before? How can I love you more, dear son? Now they say you are no more. In the breeze I will feel your gentle touch. In the stars your twinkling eyes. In the moon I will see your gentle face. In the sun your beaming smile. Oh, how can I love you more, dear son, than I have loved you before? How can I love you more, dear son? Now they say you are no more. When will I see your smiling face, as we have seen you before? We will see your smiling face, my Lord. I will see your smiling face, my Lord. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. That's how we should see him. In the breeze, we see Swami's touch. That's how the cosmic divine is supposed to be experienced anyhow. Look at the Vedas, they tell you that. The wind, the stars, the ocean, the waters, divinity pervades every inch of this universe. Now, in fact, he should be closer than all of us. In fact, in that, very interesting, there was a session, in that session we had after his Samadhi, 1 month later, huge hall packed. We invited a Muslim lady. In Malaysia, by law, Muslims cannot take part in any non-Muslim organization activities, by law. Islam is very, Malaysia is a very liberal thing. As long as you do your own thing, that's okay. But do not interfere with Islam. But we have been working in Malaysia with so much with some of the Muslim people for service activities that our reputation among the Muslims is very strong. And one lady who was a lecturer in the university on Islamic law or something, she was invited as a guest speaker for the occasion. You know, when she got up, and I was actually not even in tears after the I mean, okay, fine, Swami, now what's the way forward? That's what I don't know. And she got up and she said, why are you all mourning? She's a Muslim lady. Why are you all crying? Where do you think he has gone? He has left his body, his home, and he has gone into every one of you. Oh, the audience went wild, you know, and the first time I started crying. Muslim ladies to tell all of us such an incredible truth, you know. that this cosmic Sai is now pervading inside every one of us. That is experience you can experience it. Anyhow, dear friends, the main topic now, what should the legacy of the Satya Avatar? Should Sai devotees play a role in fulfilling this mission? Not just to keep this form in my mind or in my pocket or in my altar, okay, but keep his message in our mind and heart and help in some way to fulfill his divine mission. The question is now whether we want to be a bystander of the divine mission or be part of the mission. It's a question every individual must ask. What do you think is one of the greatest desires? I'm asking you a question now. What do you think is one of the greatest desires of the present devotees of Lord Rama? Say, Lord Rama devotee, what do you think is the greatest desire would be?
To see Lord Rama.
Huh?
To see Lord Rama.
Exactly, no, to see Lord Rama, correct, exactly. But more than that, I know, how wonderful, if I had been there at the time of Lord Rama. Oh, I would be with Rama and Hanuman, I'm not going to wait, Ravana, the tigers of Sri Lanka. What about the wish of the Lord Krishna? I wish I would be there with the gopis, Not everybody, when I was scared fighting in the army, but with that gopis at least. What do you think is the desire of the devotees of Jesus Christ? How I wish I'd been there at the time of Christ to see this great form walking this earth. What do you think the wish of the devotees of Lord Buddha? Same. Of Lord Guru Nanak? Same. Of the Prophet Muhammad. How I wish I had been there at the time of these great beings as they walk this earth and transform mankind. Dear devotees, let me hazard a guess how I wish. As for Sai, I wish I'd been there. Now for Sai, I've often talked of this. It has come faster than I expected. Dear devotees, what do you think will be the thought of every new devotee from now and forever and ever and ever? What do you think their real wish will be? How I wish I'd been there at the time when this Kali Yuga avatar walked this earth. Ah, what a wonderful opportunity those fellows had, which I don't have now. Dear devotees, we are here. We are the ones whom thousands and millions will be admiring in the years to come. That we were here at the time of the Kali Yuga avatar. So what are we doing with this chance? It's a question each one of you must ask. Have we put him as another one of the Hindu god painted in the altar and throw flowers at him? Or do we understand his mission and want to play a part in that mission? How lucky. I'm sure this will be the aspiration of every Sai devotee, want to play a role in the divine mission. But today, hardly a few months, like this, now it's 1 year or so, after Bhagavan has left his mortal coils, people, as you know, immediately after that, they were trying to tear down his legacy. All of you know, in the media and the press, what happened, okay? There was a huge wave of people who dared not open their mouth when he was there. There they were trying to tear down his legacy. So what do we do? What should we do? This was one thing that really, and everybody tries to, if Sai devotees do nothing to uphold his world legacy, we will, by sheer sin of omission and inaction, abetting these mischief makers. We can't go and attack them, Baba, not like that, Can we stand in defense of his world legacy? Not by condemning the mischief makers, but by action on the ground that will show that this avatar's mission is for world transformation. Not just a few Indians, Chinese, and Westerners sit down and clap hands, say Allah Buddha, Jesus in the fall and then go home quietly. So think of this. How can we pay this role? What should be the Sai legacy for the world? This is a question now, as I told you, began to bug me, and now I'm confronting the world. Everywhere I'm talking Sai devotees now, I'm asking this question. In Malaysia now, everybody now understands they're moving forward in a massive way. Isn't the super specialty hospital in India his world legacy? Is it university colleges in India? Is this his world legacy? Is it the water project in India? Would this the world legacy of Swami? A few size schools in foreign nations, like you have here in Malaysia, we have one. Are these the world transforming forces of the avatar of the Kali Yuga? Small side groups all over the world singing Sairam, Sairam, Sairam. Is this his ultimate world legacy? What should be his legacy? Can you imagine what is before Masamba, 3 years this person? I couldn't sleep, it was haunting me. Swami, what should be world legacy? It cannot be this. World legacy in India, look at what happened, no? Maybe I should not jump the ground. What is the legacy of Rama? Let me ask you a question. When Rama came, you know what happened? There was a massive transformation of consciousness. Nations changed, Ravana was destroyed, I mean huge consciousness change took place, okay? The Asuric forces were destroyed. But let me ask you a question. When we talk of Rama, what or who do we think of when we think of Rama?
Hanuman.
Hello? Huh? Hanuman. Do we think of any building Rama built? Hello? Hello? We think of Hanuman, the devotee. That's what we think of. And we think of Bharata. We think of Lakshmana. We think of even Vibhishana, Ravana's brother, who could not take the negativity of Ravana and swung over to back up Dharma. That's who we think of. People who came part of Rama's divine mission. What is the legacy of Krishna? Did he build any buildings? When you think of Krishna, who do you think of now? Arjuna. Who else? The Gopis. The Pandavas. That is the legacy of Krishna. Without these people, we won't think of Krishna's legacy. You know. Krishna came, played a flute and went off. Likewise, devotees, what are the enduring legacies of Christ, Buddha, Nanak, and the list goes on. None of these great beings fulfilled their mission when they were alive. Do you know this? None of them fulfilled the mission in their life. Only after they left the mortal coils that their mission spread around the world like a wildfire, transforming mankind. Christ had only how many disciples? And 2 of them, 1 betrayed him, 2 denied him. With those 10 fellows, what a world transformation that they have created. Buddha. Did Buddha go to China and Japan? How come China and Japan, around the world, Buddhism is spread by the work of his disciples? Nanak. Those of you who don't, many of you may not know none less about Nanak. But you must go to the Amritsar. In fact, I went to Amritsar Golden Temple early this year. In fact, I'm leading a 30-man Sarvadharma delegation to the north, Buddha Gaya, Amritsar Golden Temple. There you go and see, there were a gallery of paintings of the devotees of Nanak. And the sacrifice they made, my God, stunned me. By the time Islam was coming in, they were torturing them. It was incredible. These guys were torn apart by horses. They were put in boiling oil, for them to forsake their devotion to Nanak. I couldn't believe it. These great godmen did not leave me in any building. Without question, who was it? Huh? Ram. Tomorrow coronation, heaven's sake, everywhere advertisement, Rama, 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 Jai Jai Ram, everywhere down. Fathers, because stepmother told, father banished Rama. What did Rama do? Rama, Papa, what's wrong with you? Stepmother telling something wrong with you. Hey, soldiers, come. Father is, he didn't protest. One word. One word, he just left. Today, similar thing happened to the son and father. Father, take son, take the Supreme Court. What are you talking? Leave my net and will go Supreme Court. So Baba says, those days, father, children and parents will walk to Supreme Court. Today they go to Supreme Court. Everybody is. Tandai sol mikkador manda. Of course, the Tandai, the father must be a noble father. You know? You can't have a drunkard father. You know, the fellow saying, telling his son, hey, you know, the Jegathesan, that day he said, Tandai sol mikkador manda moi. He said, no better, Andhra, the father, hey, come here, go and buy a bottle of whiskey. You know? The father must be a noble father, okay? Then, if such a high status gives no mantra greater than father's word, how can anything from mother can hide that? This is how wonder of the language, you know. Mother, they took one step higher. Thayinum siranda koyilillai. That means no greater temple than mother. Worship the mother, that's enough. Worship mother, that is enough. All God's grace will come to you. In such a culture like India, the government had to pass a law. What a shame. In Malaysia, newspapers that came out, 1 out of 4 parents are abandoned. This is a pervasive phenomenon now everywhere. They are devotees. But Bhagavan showed us the way. You know. Today, children are falling far short of parents' expectations. Baba showed us the way. Bhagavan Baba, he was the ideal son, exceeding parents' expectations. Ishvara wanted a small clinic. He built super specialty hospitals, offering service to thousands. Are we such ideal for our parents? The question I'm asking around the world. Can such organizations motivate others to be such ideals, rising above parents' expectations? This is our challenge. Hey, don't be mediocre. Rise above your parents' expectations. Nowadays when I address youth, I ask them, hey youth, ask one question only. I'm addressing many youths, whether side devotees, non-side devotees. I only ask you one question. How do your parents pray? I ask them. Do they pray? They say, yeah. How do your parents pray? Are they praying, oh God, thank you for this wonderful son, wonderful daughter. What good did I done last birth to get such a wonderful son and daughter? Are they praying like that? Or are they saying, oh God, what happened? What karma I did to get this fellow? Oh God, if I had a car, motor car, I can change the motor car. I will people like cannot change it. That's what it is. That's the challenge. Again, ideal son, exceeding. He saw what a small school. He built colleges, universities, offering free education thousands. He is so superb. All he saw, give me a small school, son. Can Satyajam Narration play a role to move this youth of all religions, everyone, to such ideals, expectations? Ishvara wanted a small well to build in Buddha. Bhagavan Baba built thousands and thousands of miles of water for people. Again, are we such ideals? This is the challenge now Satyajam of Malaysia must face. Once you do this, devotees, if you can get every son and let me proceed the here. Baba has thrown a divine challenge to all side devotees and to the world. But we, very great, side devotees are great philosophers, they ignore all the difficult things, easy things, I'm saying bhajan they do. Sadhana camp, study circle they will come, at least few of them. But what does Baba ask us? I don't know when any of you how come I found this particular quotation? See, Swami gives me because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. Baba said, he says, you have to love your parents wholeheartedly under all circumstances. You have to realize the truth, the first and foremost, your mother is God, and next your father. It's a bit of a, supporting women a bit now. First mother is God, then the father. When I address the youth, I talk about this. Okay? I ask the youth, nowadays youth will tell, oh, they fall in love, this one girl or a boy, The boy will say, oh darling, I tell the youth, hey youth, I'm very pretty ladies, young youth, I don't need to be careful. I tell the youth, hey youth, I tell the girls, careful, huh? The boy will come and tell you, oh darling, I will swim in the greatest ocean for you. I will fly in the sky for you. The reply should be, carry on. Because it's good for their health, Hey, tell them, watch the flower, don't pluck the flower. Understand this message I'm giving, okay? That every flower, and admire the flower. Once you pluck the flower, you can't put it back, I address youth all the time. And when I tell them, your boyfriend, girlfriend tell you, oh, your darling, I'll die for you, you know. Then one day I asked them this question. Here there's a huge lake, okay? And you are drowning in the middle of the lake. And around the lake are your boyfriend or girlfriend, your father, your mother, your best friends, whom you spend so much time with and so little time with their parents. No? Yes, and if you cannot say, please help me, help me. Who do you think, who do you think is the first person, without thinking of their life, danger, nothing, will dive in to save you? Mother. Mother will do. She bowed you for 9 months, 10 months, 8 months, whatever. And well, not a cesarean, whatever. And she'll dive in, not even thinking of her danger. Her child, she will dive. The boyfriend and girlfriend who loves to drink, hey, please, I cannot swim, please, I'll go if I can swim, please, some of you go inside. The father will follow after the mother. But he'll put a string around him and before he dies. He's a bit smarter. He knows he must come out of it. He knows he must come out of it. Mother doesn't care. So this is father and mother. Now then, watch, Swami says. You think, Baba, Swami is saying something like this, no? Baba says, our Sevadal and youth wing shall propagate such teachings and try to arrest the degenerate society. The challenge he gave us again. Tell me now, how many science centers in the world have started this? Even in India. Because it's difficult, How do you change the consciousness of youth to love their father and mother? How do you change the consciousness? It's easy to go and give food, build a building, build a school, but how do you change consciousness of people? The two challenges of interfaith unity and this is based on consciousness. How do we change the consciousness of Christian women to come and unite? How do you change the consciousness of youth to want to come together and respect and revere father and mother? What kind of techniques can we use? You can't tell them, hey youth, you must love your father and mother or you go to hell. Youth say, come on, hell is full of adults anyhow, no place for them. But what is this a challenge? So, do we dare accept this challenge? Or should we, as we've done for so many years, ignore it? Now Baba is not there, so why should you worry? He won't know. Dear my sisters, I have prepared a detailed action agenda document. I sent this to Bhagavan and conveyed these thoughts, and then I spoke to him, in Puttaparthi, on the 26th, on the veranda of Shanti Nilayam. I placed this, what I call the legacy document, at Swami's feet. Not Swami's feet, not Swami's lap. And I read out the following to you. What I did was, this document is there. Actually, originally there's two documents. One was this written document, and at the back has all these pictures, which you saw just now, and a lot of other pictures about interfaith unity and whatever. And I read out the following. Since I could not read the whole thing in front of him. In handwriting here, I summarized the entire thing that's in the document, and I read out the following. Imagine this, and I read out to my Swami. I said, this is the cover of this one, and I read out in the following. What should the world in years to come? You can see in handwriting here. Remember the avatar of Swami asked him. Swami, should it be? Then I continued. Swami, should it be first? Sometimes at that point, your dad says such things, Swami, should it be your universities in India? Should it be the water boy in India? Swami, what should the world in the years to come remember the avatar for? My humble offering, Swami, interfaith unity. That Baba, through his devotees, united the world. Not just sitting down singing in hands, but Allah, Buddha, Jesus. Action agenda, unite the world. Can we do that? Swami, number 2, make mother and father the center of lives of all. Created Swami what I call the hope agenda, Swami. Honor our parents every day. Dharmic sons and dharmic daughters. Devotees. This, nowadays what happens now? Father and mother. Every day, once a year now, following Western tradition, Father's Day card. One card the fellow will buy, Mother's Day, another card the fellow will buy, with a poem written by someone else who can't write his own poem. They say, Dear Papa, in somebody else's poem, they may not even read the poem. Somebody wrote, what is that? I love you. And then Papa, one belt. Telling symbolically, Father belts up. The father takes the belt. My son loves me so much, my daughter. Mother and the car and the boy, Amma, flower. Mother, my daughter loves me so much. That was just for 40 days. Hope means honor our parents every day. Parents every day must thank God that you are the son, you are the daughter. And believe me, devotees, God's grace will come to you 100% through your parents. I'm an example of that, I think so. I was an atheist, I condemned Hinduism, I condemned this mad religion called Hinduism, and I don't want to understand. And I was an atheist agnostic for 32 years of my life. I was a high flyer, by 21 I joined the government, 22, 23 I was a superstar in the government, traveling around the world, ministers, prime ministers, who needed God, okay? I had a big house, I had a wife, I had a son, daughter, cat, dog, mouse, everything I had. Okay, maybe mice. So who needs God? I didn't God. I was very famous, very well. But in the 32 years when I was an atheist, I only had one God in my life, Mother. I'll never do anything to bring tears to eyes. And this, when I'm overseas, sometimes, when you're overseas, all the businessmen, you're tempted by many people to do naughty things, okay? I won't mention what the naughty things are, because you all don't know. But every time I think of doing something, will it make Mother happy? Won't make happy about it. Mother became my omniscient God factor in my life. Little did I realize that God's grace is pouring to me through my mother. And a lot of things I did, some of the things that stunned me. My mother, slowly as she get older and older, she became more and more infirm. She could not walk very well. Her mind was going a bit, so she became very depressed. And we took to doctors and we couldn't do anything. I was wondering, how can I help my mother? Doctors didn't help much. One day, a dramatic thing happened. And here's a lesson for all of you who have parents, elderly parents. One day, what happened was, every evening I used to go jogging. Okay? So I put my shorts and my jogging shoes. I was going and I saw my mother sitting down there in the hall, looking like that. I said, Suddenly this thought came to me. Amma, she could walk, but for long time she was in a wheelchair. Amma, come here, get up. What? Come here. Sit in the wheelchair. Okay, then she sat down. Then I took her out of the house and I began to push her along the road. She had her elder brother's house about how long before? About 1 mile? About 1 mile or so away from, along the road, I started pushing her along the road, down the hill, up the hill, to get elder brother's house. Where are you taking me? She said. I said, I'm taking elder brother's house. I don't want to go there. I said, I'm taking you there. I know, I'm giving you so much, you're trying to kill me now. Yes, I'm trying to kill you, I said. So she was complaining every bit of the way. Then I reached my elder brother's house. I said, Uncle, Mother said to see you. I never said that, okay? I thought it's not in your problem. So he said, well, then I took her back, pushing her. Again, she complaining, you're trying to kill me, you don't love me anymore, I'm too much trouble for you. Until the end. Then finished her, hello, work out for me. I'm pushing a wheelchair with the lady up the hill. Anyway, next day, I went off, I came back, next evening I was going jogging again. So one time I looked at my mother today, she looked a bit brighter than normal. I said, Amma, you want to go in the wheelchair again? Okay, can. Dear devotee, it stunned me. After that, it became incredible ritual for me. Every evening, I'll take mother in the wheelchair, up and down. I ask her to chant mantras. She's forgotten all the mantras. Amma, chant mantras. I'll record all the mantras chanting. She can't remember. Then I realized why is all this happening? I couldn't understand. Then one day it hit me like a stick on my head. Dear devotees, if you, any of you, sitting in your house day and night for 1 week, 2 weeks, you will get depression. Take your parents out. Take them outing, take them to movie, take them everywhere and let them, so that this is the best way, to get them out, make them feel that you care for them. They don't need your money, they don't have nothing, Take them out. And that for me, it was an incredible sadhana. The whole community in the area, they began to tell, wow. Don't forget, I carry a title called Dato. Dato Jegathesan is my name. Dato is a sir title, given by the Sultan. It's a sir title. And came, this is Dato Jega, taking his mother in the wheelchair. Why can't you sons do it? You're doing it. You break your leg, we'll do it also. Anyway, the Hope Agenda, we launched a massive Hope Agenda. And so this time I said, we are blessing Swami to launch in the whole initiative. When I prayed, as I telling the Swami, I told about Interfaith unity, I told about what we're doing in the Swami, we must, then I showed the pictures, what I showed you now. Swami, you're the role model, I said. No? This picture See, I showed you just now. Swami, you're a role model. You became, we must make sure our children are doing this, Swami. Long session I had with him in the veranda. And then Swami really blessed the document. Then I knew what I must do. Now, of course, when I showed and asked him what is the world legacy of the avatar in years to come, I thought after 2020. Little did I realize, 6 months after that, we should address some of the world legacy. This is the challenge. This program, dear devotees, Interfaith and the Hope Agenda, has taken Malaysia by storm. Because everybody supports, the government supports it, the religious leaders support it, because everyone wants this, but they want you the methodology. We get the methodology. The methodology launched the Hope Agenda is there is an entire chapter here called Hope Agenda, Hope Agenda, how to implement the Hope Agenda here. And we have got, and then we launched it. In Malaysia, the Sai Council took this up. We launched a massive program in schools, University Ministry of Education was stunned with doing this. And we did an incredible program, and this is the Hope Agenda 2012 was launched in Malaysia just a few months ago. Many schools, the Ministry of Education gave us a letter writing to approach all schools to take part. We went to kindergartens, primary schools, secondary schools, and colleges. And here I will show you now what we did. We had inter-school hope. For kindergarten, we had a program where the children were asked to draw cards, like the Mother's Day card, Father's Day card. For the primary school children, we had choral singing. Every theme of the choral singing must be about father and mother. Then for the secondary schools and the college students, we had interfaith, filial piety song competitions and filial piety drama. They wrote their own dramas, and then we had an inter-school mural competition. We gave the paint to the schools, and you draw on the wall of your school a picture of what filial piety is all about, Hope Agenda is all about. It took the country by storm. Came on the papers, everybody was so stunned that we would do this. And this now we are sharing with the world. I'll tell you how we are sharing with the world. This is the unity of faith thing I showed Swami, this picture. Swami, this unity of faith. You know what I call Swami? Look at this, Swami. Swami, all this happening in Puttaparthi. We do all this Christmas, a Sai movement doing the same thing in the home countries. They come to Puttaparthi and do big Christmas program. What movement is Satya Sai movement doing other than sitting in their halls and then singing Jesus Christ song? To go out to the community and make them celebrate Christmas. Have you what is done for the Buddhists have done? All this, what are we doing, Swami, outside? We come to put up this Swami, it's a show, I said. Actually, I'm not sure how I dare say all that in front of my mind. Anyway, you've got a tiger with a tail, you keep on going. Then I said, Swami, look at this, Swami. I think that's the end of the picture is that. Swami, we celebrate Chinese New Year in Prashanthi. Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, all come here. Okay, what action are we taking? This is to return our tradition and culture in front of you. But Swami, what are we doing in our home countries to promote this culture and tradition? What are we doing? So look at we have a great Christmas celebration in Prashanthi, Swami. What are we doing in our home countries to do this? I went on and on and on. Hindu celebrating Prashanthi. They big drama, they'll do that. And they take the drama and show you all this in their own towns. We celebrate about this Islamic festivals. Swami has said, if all goes well, and he wills it, this will be launched. In fact, now this is the one paper. We'll have and now we're taking outside this organization into government's great challenges we're taking. This devotee is the greatest challenge. Now what happened recently? So the blue revolution, I call it the blue revolution. The red negative revolution has swept the world, okay? Interfaith conflict, decline, whatever. Now we must counter the force of the blue revolution. Blue must counter this. It has two simple premises. Number one, no more just once a day, once a year, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Hope agenda. Honor our parents every day. Today we give awards to best swimmer, best mountain climber, best student, best mother, best father. What we need, the heroes of the world we need. What the world needs is awards for dharmic sons and dharmic daughters. Who, not while they're studying, after the independence, they're working. In what way have they sacrificed for parents? And in Malaysia, we launched this program called Dharmic Son, Dharmic Daughter. And you know what inspired me to launch this Dharmic Son, Dharmic Daughter award? I've launched this subsequently in Zambia, by the way. In Malaysia, one Sai devotee's daughter. This girl had gone to London to do law. For 3 years she did law. Came back to Malaysia. In Malaysia, same as here, possibly you have to sit 1 year bar exam before you get practice, not chambering they call it. Just as the girl was about to sit for the chambering, her mother was detected with brain cancer. This family is wealthy enough to hire 3 or 4 maids to look after the mother. Because we get maids from Indonesia and all the places around us. But this girl said, no, my mother looked after me when I was young. I look at her mother. She threw her career aside and stayed at home for 3.5 years and looked after her mother. Tell you what is, I made this speech in Memphis, and I get what I'm telling you. I told them, and what did she do? The mother's brain became to deteriorate. We had to wash the mother, clean the feces, that will come out of the every day, and she looked at her mother like that. And that's today, no daughter will do that today. One generation ago, daughters used to do that. Today, no daughter will think of doing that. I said, and then, so what happened was, I decided to, and then after 3 years, my mother passed away, then she took law, now she's a lawyer. That is what is, in a huge convention, Sai convention in Malaysia, I didn't tell the council, I prepared something called Dharmic Son Award, Dharmic Daughter Award, a shield and a decoration, white, and I read it out to the whole group there. And I called this girl to come forward to take this award. And I asked the crowd, your choice now. You want this award from Jegathesan, or you want this award from every Sai devotee in Malaysia? They said, yeah, all of us we want to be. Then I had 2 strips of it, and I put that from all Sai devotees in Malaysia. Dharmic Award for Noble Daughter. And as I came here to Lama, I said, thank you for bringing into modern times an ancient ideal. The devotees' mothers were crying in the hall. Then I took the same concept into Hindu Sangam in Malaysia. And I gave an award, I gave 3 gold medal for the winners. And the Hindu Sangam took a big program in Malaysia for 3 years running. I said, 3 years I'll do it, after that you all crossing on your own. And we formed a team and we worked out the methodology of identifying the Dharmic daughter, Dharmic sons. Some of the things are very moving. Okay? And this, I will send it to your leaders so you can take it and circulate to you to see the kind of sacrifice that people have made for their parents, which no one knows about again. And these are the heroes of today's civilization. And by then I went to Zambia, and I briefed the president of Zambia about his noble son. Actually, I had a briefing with him on official matter. And after official matter, I said, I'd like to talk to you about social media. I talked to him about the noble son, noble daughter. And I said, if you feel you want this program, that no identify noble son, you identify one of your members to form a committee and give back. And the Jegathesan Central Council of Malaysia will donate this shield. So this shield, the president said, yes, I want this. President Mona San, I want this program. So that subsequently donated the Zambian President Award for Noble Son. And he says here, what I think I can't see so very well. He says what he says there now. He says, offered with love and respect, Satisai Baba, Central Council of Malaysia. Tell you what it is. This program, everybody will want. But no one knows the methodology. We have got the methodology now. Because we've done it in countries. What's the final message? Do we think that fulfilling the vision and mission message of 2 Sai symbols are worth pursuing? The legacy of Satisai for the world. This question you all must answer yourself. Let me ask you a question. How many will think now, without committing the Satisai organization of South Africa, has no right to intervene? Just as devotees, how many will think that doing such a thing to work to create interfaith unity in a massive national scale and to bring about a massive revival of respect for parents and hope agenda kind of thing is something worthwhile doing? How many will think? Yes. Very good. Okay, next question. Next question. You see, Sai people are very wonderful. Next question. You know what they do? Everything they'll support. But now next question, how many will come forward and help to make it happen? Brother Raji, I know. I'd love to do it, brother, I know. But next time call me, okay? Brother Botland, you know, you're a very dynamic brother, I know you like to do things. But I'm very busy, you know. As though he's unemployed, okay, and I'm not busy. Brother, everybody is busy, okay? Nobody is learning. But the question is now, do you find the time? I tell you a dramatic example of this. I had a very close friend of mine in Malaysia, working in the Central Bank Malaysia. Very close friend. He was very senior officer in Central Bank. I used to ask him, tell me to do Sai Seva, hey, come and join. I'm very busy, you know. Very busy, I said, come now, come hospital visit, I'm going to come down. No, I'm very busy, you know, my work is fantastic, I'm very busy. He couldn't find it, too busy. One day he had one son, one daughter. His son fell ill. Deadly disease. And he, for day after day, week after week. He leave his office at 5:30, sit there beside his son till midnight. And I used to go and visit him in the hospital also. Son finally passed away. Then after that, a few months passed. Then I told him, met him and said, "Hey brother, come and do something." "No time." "Hey brother," I said, "your son was in the hospital. Day after day, week after week, where do you find the time to go and sit by his side?" It is the priorities make it life. Up to us to make the priorities. All of us have 24 hours. I don't have 28 hours a day. What is important to you? Goodbye to the devotees. They all said that. I saw this thing myself, upholding it because last few days before. The devotees. When I saw this, I said, why should Swami, now coming cosmic side, wish goodbye to the devotees? Heaven's sake, when I saw these devotees, for me, it was Swami saying, I'm now leaving physics, now I'm praying to all of you, fulfill my mission. Don't let my avatarhood be wasted. You help me now fulfill my mission. That is what he's praying to us to do. This is what I say, not wishing us goodbye. He's saying, help me to fulfill my mission. Devotees. This, for me, is what he's asking us to do. Now I leave the legacy to your members and your leaders at all levels to decide what they're going to do. Okay. A final divine assurance of the avatar. If a wave of service sweeps over the land, catching everyone's enthusiasm, to be able to wipe out mounds of hatred, malice, and greed that infest the world. Now, what are you all doing now here in South Africa? Sorry, okay. Are you all having waves or just trickles in the... No, you may be having waves, I don't know. They could be tsunami. The question thus, can the Hope Agenda and Dharmic Son Daughter Program and our interfaith efforts have the power to create the divine wave to sweep over the land? No other religious group, no other spiritual group is doing this. Can we become the force to make this happen? Thank you. And you reflect on this. You know, Krishna, after the huge Bhagavad Gita, he didn't tell Arjuna what to do. How can I tell you what to do? Devotees, I'm asking you to reflect on this. Something is worthwhile. Now I tell you something, devotees. Something which I told, in Malaysian meeting. And it stunned everybody. Devotees, we must become greater than Arjuna. Then what you're talking, even Swami has praised Arjuna. How can you dare say this? I said, yes, I'm telling them, big public function, I said this. We must dare to become greater than Arjuna. They, what do you mean, they asked me. I'll tell you what I mean. Arjuna was a great warrior as long as Krishna was there beside him. He was great in the battlefield of Mahabharata. He went and fought the greatest enemies, great warriors. But he was given a simple mission by Krishna. Krishna said, take all his women and children. Krishna knew that the tsunami was coming and the whole city was going to go. Take them to safety, through the forest, go. Arjuna was leading this mission, taking the ladies and the children to safety. As he went on, the news arrived to reach him that Krishna had left his body. And then the robbers attacked this caravan. This greatest of all warriors suddenly could not fight. And let go his bow. And the warriors and the bandits prevailed. That should never happen to us. Today, we must become greater than Krishna. Will not the Swami passing away should not weaken us, should strengthen us. Swami will be up with you now. We become your swordsman. We become the army of Swami to make it happen. But for this day, what is made, you must have the fire in your hearts. With the fire in your hearts. And you must be able to be the marathon runner in the side of the mission. Okay? There are a few marathons, sometimes 100-meter runners. They come, they run into after 1 year, they disappear. But I'm seeing here in front of me, right here, incredible marathon. This. I'm the first I think that you're the first eventually side devotee I met in South Africa. And now he's without position. But really, devotees, that's very wonderful. Because he is leading not because he has a position, because he has love. And that is the greatest side leadership. Side leadership must be leadership of love, not leadership of position. I want to show you now the impact that we can have, devotees. Impact we can have in this. Dr. Suresh Govin, you know, all of you met Suresh Govin, I'm sure. He took this hope agenda to Mauritius. Okay? And okay. And I want to show you what happened. This will stun you, huh? Okay. He took this program to Mauritius. He's invited by somebody from the Interschool, right? And launched this. The government, the religious leaders, all were so stunned by this program, the Hope Agenda. And now in Mauritius, they built a hope monument. 3 hope monuments they built. Where you see a picture of father and mother, monument, blessing 2 children. And it says there, hope on our parents every day. Dear devotees, I share with you now what this strengthening human values in family life, Ministry of Ministry of Gender Equality, Child Development and Family Welfare, in collaboration with Indian Ocean Center for Education. This is the wing, you know them. Hope on our parents every day. Monument unveiled by Honorable blah 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 blah. And all these people were taking part there, including Professor Dato Suresh Kumar. His name is there. And on this is the declaration that is there. And this. It's not in a PowerPoint. That's it. That's the statue that's there. Hope monument. I'll show you another angle of this one. There you are. Here it says love. I cannot read this words here. Maybe I can read. That's a kind of, there are 3 of these statues now in all over Mauritius again. And all were launched recently. And I'm going to Mauritius. And there you are, this whole, that whole monument, that thing, that's a statue there. And we are now trying to work with the government. We are working with the government to make Mauritius an island of human values. That's a vision. And can you imagine if 3 monuments are there? Now what happens? I'm using things now. I'm going to Mauritius on the 7th after the safari. 7th we're going to Mauritius for what? For the launching of the 4th monument. It's going to be a fountain. The statue in a fountain. They say speaking fountain. I don't know what that means again. Huh? Speaking fountain. And I'll show you something very amazing. This kind of, what I'm trying to show here is that the kind of awe that people can have. If you do a program that is so stunning that they think, my God, this is something really worthwhile doing. So they just send me from Mauritius the invitation card that is going around Mauritius, inviting people to come for this. This is what it says. I was so amused with this. Under the patronage of the Municipal Council of Kolkata, whatever it is, Minister of Gender Equality, and collaborating Indian Center of Education Values, have the greatest pleasure in inviting you, official launching of the Hope on our Parents Everyday fountain. I think it says fountain there. Fountain. An iconic fountain with human values based light and sound show. Now, okay, that's fantastic already. Now watch what happens next. And then it says, he buys Excellency, Mr. So-and-so, President of the Republic of Mauritius. President comes once, okay? In the presence of Dato Jegathesan and Professor Suresh Govin of Malaysia. I couldn't believe they can issue a card like that, a invitation card like that. Why did they do this, you think? I mean, they were so, grateful, for this initiative we launched, okay? That this is something they need so badly. And that we have to make it happen. We didn't build a statue there. They all built themselves. The funding, they got everything. We just went and gave them the vision what should be done. So that's what we're doing now there. I'm going to launch there, I'm going to address the Hindus for Hindu track thing there. I'm going to address our own interfaith thing. But Suresh did a lot of work to create the foundation for it. Tell you, what does it mean to do this? Suresh and I, he went there for 3 times already. I call it the power of one. All it needs is one person with the vision and the daring to move a thing forward. But the power of one, multiplied by 1, 1, 1, 1, you can create a tidal wave. South Africa in 10 years' time, in not 1 a.m., maybe 5 years' time, 5 a.m., 5 years out of Masamani, you all should be raising your hands. Not because the Baba do it. Thank you, Avatar, Baba and Baba. Thank you for what your devotees have done to transform South Africa, to bring back the ideal of honor your father and mother, which is the basic foundation of the 10 Commandments. Is, that this particular thing you're doing nothing new. 10 Commandments. Christ gave 10 Commandments. This is what he gave to the world. Not Christ, Moses. God gave 10 Commandments. Among the 10, one was honor thy father and mother. The Hinduism already told you. You know what Islam says? Heaven lies at the feet of the mother. What a great idea. Tell you what it is as a mother. As I finish this, I want to show you something. Anyway, brother, we have taken the pictures of those who put up their hands. So I want to show you here something. Okay, well, my wife is going to put something up here. It's a video presentation called Mother's Love. What I did is, I tell people, you know what we Indians do and always do? We wait till our father and mother pass away. After a while, we do a nice book, but the mother passed away, the father passed away. I tell people, I haven't saying, don't wait till they die, Do something for them while they're alive. So my mother, I did a number of books for my mother, I did all dedicated to my mother, and I'll ask her to launch it. Then my mother passed away, and my mother's younger sister, my Chinnamma is called again, her 87th birthday was recently. And we did a song for her, Mother's Love. I think I'll do it, for her, for her 90th birthday, okay? And I thought, 90th birthday, I might miss the boat, okay? No. So I may not be around again. Who knows, So I'm going to show you now, dear devotees, this particular thing called Mother's Love. And it is a song I composed for my mother, my Chinnamma, mother sister. And one Chinese devotee, this particular youth, they took and put it into YouTube. I don't know how to do that, put it out there. And this Chinese devotee in Singapore, in Penang, saw this song. And she made a movie out of it. What you're going to see now is a movie that's done by a Chinese devotee based on the song we did on Mother's Love. And now, okay, while this thing goes, I'll show you how the song goes. Okay? Because the song goes something like this. Let's repeat out to me, you understand. Is there love in this world greater than mother?
Is there love in this world greater than mother?
There you go, Mother's Love. Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful? Can we cut the lights a bit here? Than mother? Can we cut the lights a bit? So, posso não abrir. Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mother? Is there love in this world greater than mother? Is there a sound more beautiful than mother? In the womb of life you held me, as a child you held me in your arms. As I grew, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. I say this much from the Obey the commands of your parents, then only will you become sick and your life will be sanctified. Baba. I know it's getting late. Some time ago, I was asked Ma. Quick. Okay, how come this thing is not showing here? Okay, there was all of Krishna saw the Vishwaroop. I'm sorry, Krishna. Because of religion. America and Middle East. The guy, somebody is waiting to put his finger on the nuclear button there. American and Middle East, basically between Christianity and Islam. Look at Middle East itself, Jews and Muslims. Within Islam itself, Sunni and Shiite, they're killing each other for no reason. Look at India and Pakistan. Here I'm saying something very sacrilegious. If the whole of India and Pakistan was Muslim, there won't be this border conflict, Kashmir won't be there. They'll be fighting inside each other for no kind of Kashmir conflict. If the whole India and Pakistan was Hindu, there won't be this border conflict. They'll definitely fight each other inside, but no border conflict. Look at Fiji. They say Fijians and the Indians. Flip the coin, what is it? Christians and Hindus. Sri Lanka, Tamils and Sinhalese. Flip the coin, Buddhists and Hindus. The whole world. And can you imagine the devotees then? What a situation in the world today. And imagine now if you are God, or I am God, okay? And I'm Mahavishnu sitting in Vaikuntha. I'm lying like that. In Ananda Shayana, they call it. And then I'm thinking to I went as Rama myself, I went as Krishna myself, then I sent Christ, I sent Buddha, all to create peace and love in this world and unity. And you know, hey, what's happening down there? Gee, the very religions were formed and now the greatest cause of human conflict. Hey, let me go down myself and sort it out, okay? That's why Swami came. So he formed this group and started teaching us songs and all this. All of us now forgot the mission and we're happy to just sing the song. Swami united everybody in Prashanti. And everybody came to Prashanti, sat down, clapped and went down, and made no effort to introduce the same concept in the countries we're coming from. The unity of all religions. September 11th, but what did we do in Malaysia then? On September 11th, disasters, you can see the Twin Towers. The Malaysian side countries decided to move from singing and clapping hands and saying this is interfaith, it will action. What happened in September after September is something very interesting happened. This is something very interesting. After September 11, by September 11 is a very significant day in the world. You know that, right? All of you know, you know September 11th, right? Hello? Yes. In my life, it's very important, than even to all of you. September 11th, because my wife's birthday. Thanks to the Al-Qaeda, I can never forget my wife's birthday. I tend to forget birthdays, even my own I forget. But this one, I can't forget. What happened after the September 11th? The world began to have interfaith dialogues. Interfaith dialogues, Everybody scrambled. America, UK, Europe, everywhere. I don't know whether it happened here, interfaith dialogue session after the September 11th. In Malaysia, everywhere. And in Malaysia, there is a group that was formed in Malaysia by all the heads of religions called the the Consultative Council of Religions. And these leaders of Christianity, Buddhism, the church, the bishop, the Buddhist chief, the Hindu chief, and Sikh chiefs got together. But in Malaysia, the Muslims, no Muslim group will join any interfaith function, activity. Individuals come, but no Muslim as a group. They are the majority anyhow, 60%, 70%. Why should they bother to join? They know that anyone inviting a Muslim group to join is trying to use them to get more and more things. So the Muslims refuse to join. So this Consultative Council, after September 11, had an interfaith dialogue in Malaysia, where the theme was about how can we create national unity. And these are all religious leaders doing this. And I am known as an interfaith man, so I was invited to speak. One of the chief of Buddhism invited me to come, and it is held in the Buddhist temple hall. There was a big hall, huge hall. There were 500 people who packed the hall, and all the religious leaders there. They were robed and orange robe and all the Christian priests over there. They all were speaking. It came my turn. And I didn't prepare anything. I said, Swami, you guide me what to say. Dear devotees, I'm going to share with you now virtually the exact words. In summary, virtually the exact words I spoke on that day. In fact, that day I was telling on Brother Rajesh what I did. I just got up and said, Reverends, monks, all our great religious leaders here of different religions, my brothers and sisters, frankly, I think all of us are wasting our time here. The whole group was stunned, okay? And this man who invited me, the chief priest of Buddhism, and this guy put his head like this. What is this madman up to? I said, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm saying this. I'll tell you why. The fact that all of you are in this hall today means that you are converted. You believe in interfaith unity. You don't want to be here. But let me tell you this, I said, if tomorrow there's an interfaith conflict in Malaysia, physical conflict, none of us, sometimes I was using the words with a very fine line, okay, but I just spoke out. None of us fat cats here will take a knife after each other. The floor will take the knife are those in the slum areas, the squatter areas, the high-rise tenement areas. Those people are the ones who take the knife. It is they who must be convinced that interfaith is a living reality in life. Not something where a few fat cats come to a hall like this and give speeches and we pat our shoulder and go, good speech we made, a good speech. That is not going to cause interfaith unity. Now, and here again the dangerous line I put. If for some, I'm telling it to all, please, if for some mental aberration we have, we refuse to pray in another man's hall of prayer, because we lock the omniscient, omnipresent God inside the four walls of our own religious group, fine, do that. But nothing to prevent Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, Muslims all holding hands and going and serving the poor, where the sky is the roof and the earth is the ground. So everybody clap, 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 clap. Then I sat down. Everybody then conference over. Of course, nobody wanted to do anything, Everybody was happy to come and talk, and no one do anything. But that day I realized what Swami's mission should be, what our mission should be. No more. But before that, I'll tell you what. Before this particular incident, how did we become so close to all the religions now? Before this incident, for many years, what we used to do in Malaysia, the religions are Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, and Sikhism. What we used to do for every religious function, let's say Christian Christmas or Buddha Purnima, we launch a major service project. Set aside, we launch a major service project dedicated to Christ, dedicated to Buddha, and we invite the Christian priest to come and launch it. To heal a gong or like a ribbon or something, whatever he does now. And we'll invite the Buddhist priest also. Like this now, we only use Christ on that day. We only use Buddha on the Buddha man. So they all were very, we sing Christmas songs, Christian songs, and Buddha Purnima, we sing Buddhist songs like this, in all the services. So they began to be very curious, why these fellows who are not Christians are doing this. We didn't care. That's our commitment to Swami. See, Swami interfaith, can't be sitting on singing bhajans. So we went to this. Now, September 11th changed everything. And all these guys who came, the Christian priests who come, will tell me, Jaga, I'm coming in my personal capacity. I don't represent the whole church. The Buddhists will come and say, I'm coming in personal capacity, not represent the whole Buddhist community. So after this particular incident, I realized now, no more. I called the Sai Council together. Guys, listen, no more this personal capacity. We go for the juggler now. So the two most challenging thing was Islam and Christianity and Catholic Church. So he made an appointment to see the High Chief Archbishop. Now, people know me because I was a very high-profile government official in Malaysia. And also I was involved in Interfaith. We were working with the Society of St. Francis de Paul, which is a service arm of the Catholic Church. We used to work with them. And everybody knew us. Because we used to invite all these priests to every function, we had. So I took an Interfaith team with me, Chinese and Indians all went together. And he is very gracious, he invited us, he gave us coffee, tea, everything, biscuits, everything. Then I said, Archbishop, is the Catholic Church support interfaith activity, action agenda? And remember, I told him, he said, no, Mr. Jega, I'm very impressed by you. You're a senior government servant, yet you're going on doing this kind of service for the poor. I said, don't talk about me, please, don't talk about me. Does the Catholic Church believe in interfaith action, all doing service? You know, Mr. Jega, I watched you for so many years, I mean, no senior government servant goes down to the old folks' home, sweeps the drains, everything, You're doing all this thing, you're very good. So I said, sir, I beg you, sir, don't talk about me. Does the Catholic Church, sir, believe in Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, Sikhs, all holding hands, serving the poor outside? He said, of course we believe. Very good, sir. Sign up. we are forming the friendship group for interreligious service. And he gave the form to him, he signed up and said, okay, the Catholic Church will send the representative for the meeting. Then came the next challenge, to get the Islamic group. This was the bigger challenge. So we approached the most difficult Muslim group of all. It's a group called ABIM. ABIM is the National Youth Wing of Islam. Very volatile group. We approached them. We explained the whole concept of interfaith, interfaith service. You know what this guy said? He said, Jega, we have been watching you Sai Baba people for many, many years. We have a file this thick about Sai Baba activities. And you personally, we got a file this thick. Actually, I was disappointed. That man was bigger. What we used to do, we have done more than 1,500 medical camps in Malaysia. All the work we do is mostly in the rural areas where the poor are. And imagine now, in rural areas, 95% or more will be Muslims. The task force going in will be Chinese and Indians. There could be a few doctors for friends of ours, Malay friends, Muslim friends who come with us. The main task force would be Muslims now. And initially they couldn't understand why would Indian and Chinese task force go to a Muslim area to serve? What is the motive? So what they used to do, only later we realized, they used to send their ABIM members to the village after we left to ask, what did they talk about? Did they talk about Sai Baba? And they asked you, and all the villages apparently told them, this guy is telling me this. They reported to us that all you did was to serve, and you told the Muslims they must become better Muslims. Ms. Jega, we are very impressed. We are with you. So ABIM, for the first time in Malaysian history, this Muslim group joined Interfaith Alliance. After that, once we got them, the others fell in line. Okay, Buddhists and the Hindus all came in. And this was the original word. ABIM is Angkatan Belia Islam Malaysia, the Islamic group Malaysia, the Buddhist Mahavihara, the Catholic Church, the Council of Church of Malaysia, the Protestant group, the Malaysian Hindu Sangam. These are all national organizations, national heads. Malaysian Gurdwara Council, the Sikh, and the coordinator of Satya Central Council of Malaysia. We put ourselves coordinator, but actually we took over the chairmanship of it for all the meetings. No one questioned them. Something dramatic took place recently. Here are the founding fathers, Archbishop Murphy Bakyam, he's still well-known, the greatest Buddhist I've ever seen in my life. He passed away recently. Father Philip Thomas of the Protestant Council, Sangat Singh Sikhism, Vaithalingam Hinduism, and Sharan Kasim of the ABIM Youth Group. These were the initial founding fathers of this friendship. This was formed 10 years ago. And just May this year, we celebrated our 10th anniversary. Now, Sai Council has done so many. Now, medical camps we have two motives: help the poor and create interfaith unity. So there's a particular strategy we use, there should be parity in doctors. So if the I always use Hindu as the big point. Hey, Hindus, you can't just say every Muslim sends 5 doctors, Buddhist and Hindu can't send 1 doctor. Okay? So make sure we have parity of doctors, parity of volunteers, so there's a real intermixture. Like this, we've done many projects. And people began to know that this enough. Recently something dramatic happened, and all of them accepted Satyasai as a coordinator. For the last time, until last year, the president of Sai Council was a Chinese gentleman called Billy Fong, Buddhist, very nice guy. And Billy Fong is an amazing story, but I divert too much and go into it. And then after that, this year, last year, then after he stepped down, and after 9 years, 8 years, Dr. Suresh Govin, many of you know Dr. Suresh Govin, okay, he took over as president of the Sai Council. So at the meeting of this friendship group, with all the religious leaders there, I said, okay, Mr. Billy Fong is stepping down, and Dr. Suresh is going to take over as president of Sai Council, and perhaps he will now take over to chair this meeting of the friendship group after 10 years. Now, suddenly I thought, it's becoming a bit sensitive, it may be a bit sensitive, you know, how come we are chairing all the time? So I said, listen, why should we chair all the time? That's why I can't chair all the time. Can I suggest now, from now on, every year we rotate the chairmanship. Then I appointed the Abin Muslim leader was there. Okay, can next Islam can chair the session for 1 year, the Christianity like that. We will continue to be secretary. The Muslim leader, president of Abin, said, this Jaga, not necessary. Let Satyasai continue to chair. We are very happy what you are doing. We are fully back you up. That was an incredible endorsement, okay, of how we have broken the barriers of love, barriers of division, and our love pervaded these people. So this is the biggest challenge is how do we win them with love to accept our leadership, you know, without saying we want to leave. Christ said very simply, by our work will be known. So dear friends, the friendship group is what we formed. We had interfaith medical camps, interfaith drama festivals, we had interfaith song festivals. These details I'll give to your leaders who are interested. Interfaith, a fun day for the handicapped children. We had a sports day for handicapped children, with the interfaith team helping this. Huge event. And then later last year, something dramatic happened. We had at the request of the Malaysian government, we had an intercultural leadership youth camp. And this was a dramatic thing. You see, delivered again. This is really another world's first. Bhagavan opened the door and we are moving this vision forward. I'll tell you what happened. This is a unique thing Swami gave us a chance. See, God sometimes gives us a chance, He opens the door. Do we dare walk through the door? That's a question. Many doors open, but we just say, door is, let somebody else do that. What happened was, the government of Malaysia, at the early last year, began to be concerned about interfaith disunity among youth. Okay? If you go to the University of Malaya, you'll see all the Malays one side, Muslim one side, Chinese one side, Indians one side, like that. No? They don't mix it really. So they wanted to integrate this youth together to form a task force to go out into the public and work as interfaith team. So the government then called all these religious leaders for a meeting. And what happened is, Islam, Christian, all of them. The funny thing is now, this is coming at a time when another fantastic incident was taking place. The Malays, the Muslim people in Malaysia, Malays, they translated the Bible, the Christians, the Bible's in English, okay? They translated the Bible into the Malay language. And in that Bible, wherever the word God came, the Christians put the word Allah. Now so they printed the book. Every time the word God, they put Allah. Instead of using the word in Malaysia, the word for God is Tuhan. It's like Ireva, it's like generic word. They put Allah. This upset the Muslims, okay? But you're trying to convert, the Muslims, and show that Allah is a Muslim God, not Christian God like that. And the government then banned this particular book from being released unless the word Allah is changed to the word Tuhan. The Christians took the Malaysian government to court. Can you imagine? The Christian minority group in Malaysia taking 70-60% Muslim men to court. And the court ruled in favor of the Christians. Can you see how independent the Malaysian court legal system is? Why? Because they saw that the word Allah predates Islam. It's an Arabic word for God. Like India, the word for God is Ireva. And you can't say Ireva is only my name, my God. Ireva is a generic name. So the word Allah is Arabic name for God. In the Middle East, the Christians say Allah in Arabic. It means God. But so happens that we in other part of the world, we say Allah, we think is Muslim God. Okay? You understand what I'm trying to say here? Okay, right. So they showed now, the Christians showed that Allah is a generic name for God. It predates Islam. So the court ruled in favor. Now then the government then appealed against the court decision to go to Supreme Court. At that time, they called this meeting of all the religions, the Department of National Unity and the Prime Minister's Parliament, and said, we like to form this unity of all the way. The Christians pulled out. The Christians, they said, we are upset about the Allah issue, we cannot support this. And the Sikhs pulled out. Why did Sikhs pull out? Because in the Guru Granth Sahib, Allah is there. So they knew that next will be they could be targeted. Okay? So they said they must join the gang and pull out. Then what happened was the Department of National Unity, sitting in the Prime Minister's Department, approached us. Yeah. Can you all form this Interfaith Alliance and organize this youth camp? I said, fine, we'll try. So we called all these religious leaders. The same fellows who went for the other meeting with the government. We called them for the meeting. And so this Father Thomas, Philip Thomas, this the guy, he's an incredible fellow. Father Thomas, this guy, yes. He came for the meeting with the Sikhs or so. And I said, look, government is asking us. The government is prepared to fund the entire thing, 25 youth from each religion, 25, 50, about 200, 250, 100, 150, about 200 odd people, including our task force, everything. 3-day camp, hotel fully paid for by the government, food, everything paid for by the government. We just conduct the software to bring them together. Then the Christian priest told me, Jega, we pulled out because we are unhappy with the Allah issue. So I told the father, we have become so close now, Father, don't throw that on me again. You know me. I tell you, Father, how to fight the battle. Never fight a battle on one front, multiple fronts. You continue to attack the government on Allah issue. Join us to show the interfaith unity. At least then you're telling the government, you're not against interfaith. You're only upset about Allah. Fight this war like that. Hey, Jaga, you're right. So all the wings joined us. And we had this 3-day camp. And youth, and we did incredible things. The long sleeve of it. I will send your leaders the report of the camp. So now we must be convinced that with His will guiding us, okay, interfaith is to bring unity and harmony is possible. Only if we must dare to do. If we must dare to do, And we can only dare to do if we have 100% faith. The divine is with us. Guiding, guarding, protecting, preserving. And how can we be assured that Swami is with us, divine is with us? 2 things. If the cause is noble, our motive is pure, then God will be with us. We should not even think, we'll get them and get them all to become side devotees. Baba doesn't need our help to make side devotees. How is I was an anti-side, strong anti-side. He can convert me, he can convert anybody else. Our job is to help him fulfill his mission. This is our challenge. And we can only become sure when the cause noble, the motive pure. We must no more plead for divine grace. The devotees, I tell people, hey, don't like beggars plead for divine grace. Okay? We must be a manifestation of His divine will. One with Him in His mission. Swami, we are one, we are with your part of your will. We are your mission. Why should you ask for grace? It's your mission and we are doing it. And this is what we must feel. This is His mission we are fulfilling. He must be the wind beneath our wings. Swami, we are doing our work. You must be the wind beneath our wings. And until one day we realize as we evolve, that we are the wings, and we are the wind, Tattvam Asi, and beyond that to I am I. We are the divinity we seek. We are the divinity. That we must evolve together. So dear friends, now the next vision, manifest, first is the interfaith, the value symbol. The value symbol, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema. In Malaysia we have this in Malay, English, Chinese, and 4 languages. Baba has been talking about it for years now. But we have ignored it. Baba has talked to interfaith unity, and he himself has been a role model for this challenge, which I'm going to talk about. Talk about interfaith unity, by the way, do you know the one thing we did sometimes? I find ridiculous. Once, I think the whole organization organized an interfaith conference in Puttaparthi. You know that? The different religious speakers speaking. Different religious side devotees, or Muslim side devotees, came and spoke of interfaith. I said, what nonsense, no. Puttaparthi is the last place doing interfaith conference today. Go and do the interfaith conference in America. Why come and plan, bring the coal to Newcastle? The chief coal is there already, Do it in America, do it in India, do it elsewhere, in the world, South Africa, in Malaysia, wherever. That we must do, that interfaith. Anyhow, one of the greatest challenges Swami Prabhupada values devotees, we have ignored because it's too dangerous, too difficult. At a time when many children, youth, young adults and adults are falling far short of parental expectation, some even bringing sorrow to parents, some even abandoning them. Let me give an example of what happened in Singapore and India. Singapore is 80% Chinese. The Singapore government has passed a law whereby parents can sue the children for neglecting them. Now, exactly. So when this law was proposed, they said, what nonsense, Which parent will sue the children? And the first day they opened up a special commission office in Singapore. 6 Chinese elderly parents came. And I was monitoring this particular story. And one lady, one mother said, my daughter prefers to feed the dogs rather than look after us. I just think, the crying of the mother's heart for her to come say that. Before the Indians think, wow, this Chinese, okay. But we Indians not like that, we are Mata, we are foundation of entire Hindu civilization, his mother, father. Look at Rama, how he observed his father's thing, Before you all think us as great again. India has passed a law that the government can sue the children for abandoning their parents. You know what they do? Very Indians are smart. Amma, Papa, big temple function, and come we take you. Oh, very happy darling, we go. They take temple function. Big crowd. Oh, my son loves me so much, take me to temple function. Then they say, what parents are praying. They slowly disappear and go back home. When the function is over, they don't know where the house is. Because they're taking them so far, they don't know where the house is, they don't know how to give the address, all elderly people. It became such a pervasive thing in India. The government has passed a law that the government can sue the children for abandoning their parents. What a crying shame of it is. Two of the greatest sins for Chinese civilization. Something wrong. It's there are two close black balloons. No, it's not working. Press the thing that I'm using. Close it. Okay, open it. How do we expand this? Have you anyone seen this? Okay, it's on YouTube, okay? Can you come and not do it?
In the silence of the night, I call your name. Kaliyuga Avatara. In the bright morning light, I call your name. Satya Sai. In the silence of the night, I call your name, Kaliyuga Avatara. In the bright morning light, I call your name, Satya Sai Avatara. Kaliyuga Avatara, Satya Sai Avatara. Kaliyuga Avatara. There will come a time when man will lost it, such a
Seek love, my child. Seek within, within, within. Seek truth, my child. Seek within, within, within. Seek peace, my child. Seek within, within, within. Seek God, my child. Seek within, within, within.
Kaliyuga avatara, Satya Sai avatara, Kaliyuga avatara. God, my Lord, we will seek within. Truth, my Lord, we will seek within. Peace, my Lord, we will seek within. God, my Lord, we will seek within. God, my Lord, we will seek within. Kaliyuga avatara, Satya Sai avatara, Kaliyuga avatara. In the silence of the night I call your name, Kaliyuga avatara. In the bright morning light I call your name, Satya Sai avatara. Kaliyuga avatara, Satya Sai avatara. Kaliyuga avatara.
What as I leave now with a very positive impression that all of you want to be part of the legacy, I also like the man from the east, I'm coming here bearing some gifts, okay? And my wife actually packed all the stuff and it took hell of a load. We were exceeding our business class excess baggage we exceeded. So what I'm leaving behind is the following, and I can't give it to all of you because I'll need a ship to bring everything. So what I'm doing is I'm leaving a few things behind, which I'm going to give over, let Brother Reggie, I'm going to give it to you. And please you do what is necessary to distribute to all the leadership of the people who are interested to make something happen. Can I do this? Can I just give it to him to do it? Any objections? Anyone saying, give it to me? Okay, first is this legacy booklet. Okay. Let me just put this chair here. First is this legacy booklet to explain the entire whole legacy, and inside this you'll see some fascinating thing. I went to Fiji and launched an interfaith program in Fiji. I tell you what is that? You all cannot imagine what we have the power to do. But we were there to do all this, okay? I went to Fiji and launched a massive interfaith conference. And I told them, don't just sit down and talk interfaith, go into action. So what they did was, the Prime Minister of Fiji was sitting there for the session. And I asked how many of you would like to go beyond this talk and do action. He put up his hand himself. So sir, I said, will you come for the function they organized? Yeah, I'll come, he said. So I called him there and asked him to come. So I went up back to Malaysia. And the Sai Council of Malaysia in Fiji launched a big fun day for handicapped children program. And the Prime Minister, after attending his interfaith session, he came further in that. And then he did something amazing that stunned all of us, okay? And he, in a speech in Parliament, in Fijian Parliament, this Christian Prime Minister said the following. But let me take this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, sir, to pay tribute to all members of our Indo-Fijian community. Indeed, our community, all communities who own different ways have given so much to Fiji. Then he goes on praising the communities, okay. Then he says, but let me take, sir, then he says, I want to make, after talking about generally about all the Indo-Fijian communities, then he goes and says something that stunned all of us. He says, I want to make special mention today of the visionary, far-sighted, committed young people in the Sri Sathya Sai Baba Service Organization. They come from different backgrounds. The voluntary service organization is open to people of all races and religions. What brings and binds these young people together in their common acceptance of a calling to serve the country and all of its people through voluntary service and welfare and charitable work. It is these young people that organize a recent workshop, this one which I spoke to, on the role and contribution of different religions to national reconciliation and nation building. That's something you all can organize here and we can launch the whole program there. In the same Sri Sathya Sai Baba Service Organization, they organize Saturday outing for God's children, the disabled, handicapped, abandoned, orphan children. My wife and I have been honored to be associated with this group. It is these young people who are pointing the right way for us all. They lead by example. Their actions speak louder than all the utterances in this noble house. Dear devotees, how many Sai devotees are ministers and prime ministers in India? State government, federal government, no one mentions Swami's name in parliament. Here is a Fijian, non-devotee of Swami, but moved by the work of a devotee of Swami's, mention his name in parliament and says what they are doing is greater than all the utterances spoken in this house. Christ said, by our work. So I've given here, this copy here, the email I received from them about this. So this one, I'm leaving. The second one I'm leaving is the Hope Agenda, what happened in Malaysia, what we did for the Hope Agenda, okay? The third one is this one here. Yesterday I went to Pretoria and I had this program on the Vedas. There's something new I'm launching. Recently, in fact, in the National Sai Convention recently, I spoke on the Vedas. And I've now, the entire speech on the Vedas is here. So I'm explaining about the Vedas. Of course, the first part of the speech, is not relevant to, I talked about some local affairs. Then I talked about the Vedas. Okay? And then the second and third part is very interesting. Somehow somebody put on my table a speech I made, as a president of Sai Council. Speech I made somewhere in 1990 something, 1987 and 1990. And somebody had just put on my table, I don't know how this thing came here. And somebody must have been cleaning something and put it there. And I'm going to read the speech which I made in 1987. I never write these speeches now. I just speak and then somebody must have taped it and they transcribed it and had it. And I was reading in my God, I was so fascinated. Oh, did I say all this? Well, not bad, Lord, I said. So I decided to let the new generation know what happened in 1987, 1990, and those days. So I will put in the speech also. So this one, it's meant for Malaysians, but here's something interesting. You see a picture here, this is nice. One of the most memorable picture in my life, okay? It's a picture taken with me here, and the guy in white is me, and the orange is Swami. And not the other way around. Actually, the concept Tattva it should be okay, but what happened is, I was asked to speak in front of Swami in the Hillview Stadium. And I was just getting his blessing at the time before I went to speak. But when I stood there, this massive crowd, okay? I mean, thousands and thousands that they were hitting up in the hill they were sitting, And I stood there and I remembered the word Swami said when he was young. I repeated that. I said, Bhagavan, I still remember now in the speech you gave, in the statement you made, you told when you had about 10, 15 devotees, you told them, the time will come. Come and get your chance now. The time will come when the crowd will be so big that the sky will be the roof and the earth the ground, and I'll be a distant dot. Swami, that date has come here, I said. And it's incredible. And this was so this picture, and behind here is this Arjuna, the Krishna here thing. And you can see very interesting video there. Look at how I'm instead of Swami, and you can see Krishna's arm coming out like that. Go and do. So I mean, some people put it, I think my wife is the one who found this picture and put it up. So wow, nice picture I put this. No one consults me to do all this. Okay, what else have I got for you? I got for you all some CDs, okay? Some CDs. Now, one is this CD on Mother's Love, which you saw just now, okay? The other one is it's a tape on meditation tape. It's a guided meditation, okay, of how how to, so which in Malaysia we use in the Sai Center, many Sai Centers use in Malaysia, if you want to use it, as a matter. The third one I'm going to leave with you all is devotional songs, it's an English bhajans of mine, which I did for Swami's 85th birthday. And this one I went to Chennai and I recorded this. Those of you know Mr. Bhardwaj, the Indian music director, with his studio and this. And he did an incredible job, very wonderful. He really, then the other one is something called The Divine Wind. This particular CD contains this particular movie, you saw this now, Kali Yuga Avatar. It also contains another movie, which I told you that I'm going to show you. It's about environment. It's an environment song. It's a movie environment, which we did for, I did actually for Chaitanya Jyoti, and this is about how the earth is crying, help me to help you, oh mankind, help me to help you, if I die, you also die, the song about that. This particular environment song, you can use it, it's a universal song. See, the mother's one which I did, you can play it anywhere, without offending anyone, because we got all religions, Baba has got it, so that this particular environment song is a universal song, you can play it anywhere, and push environment. Then the other here is called The Dawn of the New Millennium. We done some time ago. What Dr. Suresh did, he did a drama. He took many of my English songs and put it made it into a drama. Very nicely we did. And this one here is this is the original Mother's Love song, without the visuals, okay? Which we did, and somebody put a YouTube, and then this Chinese girl put this movie. Look at fantastic. It is a peace song here also. There's a peace song. Again, the peace song is a universal song. Let there be peace in this world, my friend. You can play it anywhere without offending anyone. It's a universal song on peace, okay? And this song we sang in front of Swami in one of his pre-level. And here's another one here. This is something I did. My mother passed away a few years ago, and my Chinnamma, my mother's younger sister, aged 87 years old, her birthday, this is our first birthday, 87. I wanted to do it for 20 years old. I thought, let me not take the chance. So what I did was, some of the Malaysian side devotees, music people, they asked me to let me have some of my songs. They took it to India, and using some of the Indian movie singers, they recorded the song, beautifully done by them, okay? And also they want two of my own songs, my own voice and songs done in India. So the challenge is fair to see which is my voice and which is the voice of the famous singer. But this is in Tamil. This is in Tamil, so those who don't know Tamil, don't take this. You can, but you don't understand. Okay? And then this one here, that is, oh, okay. This one is an unusual one. This is not done in India with all the musical instruments. Okay. This, what happened was, every time a new song comes to me, I put a tape recorder in front of me doing the bhajan, and I sing the bhajan, and then I record it and just keep it. This is sort of is the evidence of the song. So then somebody wrote, it was many volumes of tape, okay? It will be 1,300 songs. So someone has taken this,
It's songs that you have recorded in a group.
Yeah, so the recorded, songs are recorded in a group, okay, with this local, but pure local talent, okay, local talent. So someone has put a CD, and it's a very basic, nowhere the musical class of the other ones, you have, but it's just those ones, it's Tamil songs and English songs, okay, and Tamil. And last but by no means the least, for Swami's 80th birthday, every 5 years, I used to release something unusual, okay, either a book or something. I used to release this one called Iraivanukku Pama. Again, it's all in Tamil. This is Tamil. So here, the legacy will come. So let me give orders to you. This is the one on this, the Vedas one. And then this is the hope legacy. Anything more you all want, please photocopy and distribute it. And then we've got a pile of this, few of this, the one set of this, all these songs and tapes. Your wife should have down. Good, okay, then she'll tell you what are the Tamil words. She doesn't know Tamil. Okay, then here is the set of this hope agenda. Oh, no. So there you have whole set is here. There you have it. Now, how heavy it is, okay? Can you imagine if taking my FI and all this? Now, I like to keep one set also to our brother Reggie. Brother, man. Sir, don't think you can escape it. Because now here you are. Now, Brothers and sisters, I've got, yes. Okay. We are taking some back to Mauritius also. Okay, so it is heavy stuff. Anyhow, before I leave, I'd like to give a gift. Who's the president of this site center?
Sorry, brother from Botswana to take place.
Brother, Botswana, we give Botswana. Can we give one set to him? Brother, can we somebody give one set to Botswana, brother? Don't give everything.
Yes,
One.
I'll
Only
give
one set. At least the books.
You have this one thousand. This one set. Extra set.
So you got people in Botswana who do Tamil also?
Yes.
So not bad. Okay, brother, here you are. Since you come here, and the books, I'll need one set of the books, brother. One set if you want. Brother Chief. One set, I'll use the tapes to you. One set of the books can you go? And the three, one each. Sir, brother. Wonderful, wonderful. By the way, this is the leader of the Botswana Science Center. Botswana. Okay. Now, as we leave and let you all go home, who is the president of this center, by the way? Who is the president of this center? Chairperson. I don't care. Chairperson, president. No one? It's run by devotees. The perfect science center. Dr. Samuels. Surely he must know he's the president. Oh. I better not repeat that. So what? Okay, no mind. Doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is something unusual. I'd like to make a gift to the center because since all of you have put up your hand and raised and for this mission of Swami, the legacy that you support, you need all the help in the world. Here you go. Brother, just come and sit down for 1 second. And just because you are out. And I said, where the leader? And how come? I said, don't you know who the leader is? Okay, brother. Since everyone has accepted this challenge of this hope agenda, and a lot of obstacles will be in life, believe me. Okay, but you need the force of Ganesha to move. So therefore, there's a gift to this center of Lord Ganesha. Okay, to remove all obstacles, sir, to fulfill the divine mission of Swami. Okay. And this way. Okay, so that is for the center. But I see now a lot of you have a lot of faith in one person who has been here for a long, long time. And I hope that he also will take an active role in moving this agenda. And brother, take me come. Brother, you speak down and go back home. So this is for you. Why don't you open and see what I'm doing also. The same Lenasia for him also. We need every divine grace to take this challenge. Believe me, a lot of obstacles are there. Sometimes obstacles come within the life also. You know, those who cannot see the vision. The obstacles come from different groups. But what the rest can go. So these words, I'm thank, especially my wife, who took a lot of effort to bring all this stuff together and bring it back to my life. I thank the Reddy and through you, brother Hussein, yourself, and brother Rajesh, who has been my Sarati, taking me around today. And where is Suresh? Suresh, he also was supposed to be around. All of you have played a very, very incredible role. I can't give the same gift to everybody because the pain was too small to carry all these. Amma.
Salutations and frustrations to Mr. Jegathesan. I've been taken aback with your last item on the program. is something that is very close to my heart, about parents being backed by their children. For a long time, I've been trying to form a group so that we can educate our youngsters, but it seems very difficult for me. But now that you've come up with this idea, I can't wait to move forward, to start doing something for the parents that just can't express their inner feelings to anybody. With you bringing up the subject, I would like to get ideas from you, together with Mr. Cyril Samuels and quoting him, Mr. Krishnan. There are so many here that I don't know. We can start this because I think it is becoming very, very painful for parents, and also they don't want to talk about it, they're too scared. So if anybody is interested here, contact me, take my phone number, and with the help of Mr. Jegathesan and the rest of the people around here, maybe we can get ideas from Mr. Jegathesan and say, right, we're going to start this group and see how far we can get. Nandi.
Nandi. That is why I've given all the leadership here, all those documents. And we've got some documents, I hope I can explain in detail. It cannot be done by lecturing the youth.
Yes.
It must be done in the educare format. From within them it must come out.
Yes.
That's what we did now in the government of Malaysia, ministry, schools, a lot of things happening there in Malaysia now. And 3 or 4 government ministries are coming to us now. And they're prepared to finance what are we doing. They're interested in last time we were now, they said, yeah, you do this, we finance it. You know, we found the Interfaith Orchestra, where you have Muslim, Buddhist, Christian, all one doing this and a lot of things. I will share this with the leaders through emails and what have you. So I will hand over now to Maggie, or Kishan, whoever. Put your hand on. Sorry. Sorry, I'm sitting on this. Thanks, sorry.
It's indeed a pleasure for all of you to be here. Like Brother Jegathesan said, every time he comes to South Africa, he ends up at the Sai school. The first time is visited our center here. For the people that I hailed for the first time, we're in existence for the past 32 years as a Satya Sai organization in Lenasia. And from us, many other centers have grown up. We're also battling at the moment in time with the challenge that Brother Jegathesan has given us by virtue of bringing unity amongst the centers within the context of South Africa. Leadership is definitely at a premium at the moment in time in terms of coordinating, and many of you that see the emails know exactly what is the situation. I would just like to make an appeal on behalf of the Satya Sai School in Lenasia South, that I am the chairperson of the Board of Management, that we look at our support and we look at our activities through the children. And like Swami says, his only property are his students. So we would like to believe we always need to start within the context of the organization before we go out. We have the habit of going out first and doing massive sevas and then looking internally. If we can't consolidate within the context of our own Satya Sai organization, then at the moment in time we're definitely starting on the wrong end. So through Brother Jegathesan's presentation here, I think it's very close to my heart, the legacy of Swami, Brother Kishan and Rezi as well, stalwarts and founders of the organization within South Africa. All I've got to say is indeed a pleasure, and we hope and pray that the message that Brother Jegathesan has given us today, we internalize it and live it and be part and parcel of the message and legacy of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. We know for a fact that in this country since 1970 was the first time people started believing in Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. From 1970 to 2012, we haven't yet made an impact. The gift of the givers have made an impact, the interfaith organizations have made an impact, but the Satya Sai organization, for being almost 42 years in existence in South Africa, we haven't touched the tip of the iceberg. So we'd like to thank you very much for your presentation and for the guidelines, and we can only move from strength to strength. Om Sai Ram to one and all.
Om Sai Ram, brothers and sisters, and my final vote of thanks to Jegathesan and his wife for coming over, and our guests from Botswana and our guests from Zimbabwe. We'd like to thank them, and most of all, we'd like to thank all of you that attended it. You know, Bhagwan says that you are the divine souls, and therefore it is good to attend all these functions because we are divine. If we believe that, we will go ahead. On behalf of the Lens and Lens South centers and the coordinating committee and the Satya Sai organization, we'd like to thank Jegathesan again and his wife for coming over and giving such a beautiful presentation that we should take it and run with it. I'd like to say Om Sai Ram, but there have got two announcements before I close. One is that we have Akan Bhajans coming up, and it's only a week away. Centers, please make sure you send your bhajans across to Roshni. She's coordinating it. We need all the bhajans, please. You're holding up the whole process. Secondly, we'd like to have the Akan Bhajan meeting on Monday at 7:30. We're supposed to have it tonight, but it's too late. Okay? Third point, which is the most important, we're going to serve meals in the dining hall, so please partake. We don't want to waste the food. Okay, we'll close with the Aarti. Brother Jegathesan will do the Aarti. Okay. We'll close with the Aarti after that. We'll call upon Dr. Reddy.
We all heard Brother Jegathesan say what he had expounded and explained. There seems to be a consensus here to say that there should be call to action. Our mother there in the back, she said that she expounded from the heart and what she feels. And I feel that and not that with the support of our gracious Lord of the Day, Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, we should begin the program now. And that's what Swami wants to do. If you heard something that you believe is truth, you believe love in action, is there a need for us to go and debate it within ourselves? Or is there a need for us to say to ourselves, what can we do from now? Baba is the only person form, and he is the leader. And to begin his legacy now as a gift to this wonderful occasion for the last few sessions that Salaita and the judges has come, Swami has gifted to us. And many people said to me that, post Samadhi, they want something to happen. But it had to be this time. So I'm saying to you now that with the ratification permission, that the server wing of the organization, that we have a very good program and unity with all the server community, with the Raj and all this. So we want to take this opportunity now to say that as a gift to Swami's 87th birthday, we want to manifest this program in action. And we don't want you to print, make CDs copies, and say, I want to keep it to myself. I want to say to all of you to say it's Swami's 87th birthday, and wherever that we celebrate, to say that we're going to launch a program of hope. We're going to take this aspect of interreligious aspect. South Africa needs this. You need, you're part of South Africa. You decided to live here. and in this country. So I am appealing to all of you that in this area that the Raj is our conduit for the several person from Lenasia, all the chairpersons from here, and here we've got a celebration. So we start the program now. I'd like that the message for the other centers in Gauteng, we will manifest this now immediately, and if the Christians consent to this, we will gladly will. The Christians.
Talk about putting someone on the spot. Beloved sisters and brothers, I think it's just appropriate that from the member, as a member of Central Council, I'd like to thank Brother Jegathesan for his inspiration. It's not a presentation, it's just pure inspiration. You know, if you just, Bhagwan said in 1968 that if a lump of coal comes into contact with live ember, it too becomes live ember. And that is for me, whenever Brother Jegathesan is, wherever he is, it does not have to be a side pole function. It can be work-related, home-related. He is just like a live ember. That is who he is. He's a spark of divinity that is, you know, I'm watching the video and how it's glowing. I feel that he is a person like that. He just oozes that much of confidence and so much of warmth and so much of initiative. The biggest word in his dictionary is dare. And he keeps daring because he knows Swami has always put challenges. And he keeps reminding because we keep forgetting. And we in South Africa have become very complacent now. If you look at, I've been to a conference in Durban, and even in Durban, the attendance at programs are becoming lower and lower. It's probably because of a few things we know. One of it could be Mahasamadhi, but others could be Sai politics. I'm saying it boldly here because that is a problem. You know, we forget that Swami's mission is so much bigger, and we as devotees need to become that legacy. And I think there's no better timing that Brother Jegathesan had actually come here and given that life spark and that boost again for us, because that is what we here need, right, Brother Bob? So it is true, we need to forget about all the past, we need to move ahead because Swami has presented himself through Brother Jegathesan and Sister Lalita here. And just because the excuse was a conference here, he actually made this a side mission here. And we are so grateful to Bhagwan today that this manifestation has actually taken place. With the humor, with the presentation, with the class of the narrations and the narratives and the singing is just so beautiful. You know, we get taken aback and sometimes we don't realize 3 and 4 and 5 hours have actually passed by. So when you do come again, brother, please tell us in advance. It is a pity that we could not communicate early enough, and I can assure you so many devotees don't know that you are here. So many don't know. We want people to benefit from this. So let us, when you are here again in South Africa, should be a home for you, besides the safari and other things. I think we just need this impetus and Dokla too is another South Indian Dokla, but Gujarati Dokla made by South Indians is what he loves. Just to conclude, I know that it's been a long day and we are a bit tired. I'm sure some of you are tired. You planned to finish at 6 and it's now close to 8 o'clock. I'm just so thrilled once again, Dr. Jegathesan, that you have come here, and the one that sent you here to give us this spark again. And it is ignited here. And there's 2 programs of the Interfaith program, and the whole program is something we will certainly launch. I think it's not going to be in words. As we said, today is an auspicious day, I think, because we are now launching it now. And the boost that you have given, we want to put all of this onto the website so people can access it immediately. Brother Ravi is also here, he's our cameraman too. Those CDs will also go countrywide. And I think there's just so much wealth and inspiration that we must stop being negative now and stop criticizing others, and let's become positive like you. That is why everybody needs to hang around more and more and touch you, and just get that energy out there, and perhaps drain you of some of it. But I don't think that is possible. Just to end, I've seen Brother Jegathesan in probably 1987, 88, and now it's what, more than 20 some odd years that I've known you. That spark and that energy and that positivism is even more there. And I'm a youngster, right? And I'm like feeling drained. And here's someone who's so much more my senior physically, and with all his back problems and other things, he just
just has so much positive attitude and initiative, and this is Brother Jegathesan, and I think the world needs more Jegathesans. Sayonara.
We'll now go into Arati.
सत्य साईं भगवान तुम्हें कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। सब धर्मों का सार तुम्ही, सब भक्तों के प्राण। विलग न हो साईं चरणों से, सबका हो धार। ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव शक्ति का कलयुग में अवतार। जग में पाप बढ़े जब भारी, सत्य साईं आए अवतारी। संतों ने जब उन्हें पुकारा, प्रकट हुए साईं साकारा। आए धरा वैकुंठ धाम से, परमेश्वर सत्य साईं नाम से। धन्य हुई भारत की धरती, शिव शक्ति आए पुट परती।